Hey, what's up guys, and thanks for tuning into the channel. In today's video, well, we've already covered part 1, which is Godzilla, and we also covered part 2, which was Kong. Now we get to part 3, which is the final part, and that is, of course, we have to move these guys out of the way because this is a very big box. Now we get to part 3, which of course is Mechagodzilla himself. And here we can see everything actually lines up very well. Instead of fighting each other, they're now on Mechagodzilla. So before we get started, if you haven't yet already done so, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another awesome review. Now, as we saw with these guys, these are very awesome figures, and in the beginning we do see that everything is Bandai. It's SH Monster Arts, and this is part of the Monsterverse. We see Legendary, Toho, as well as Godzilla 2021. So I'll take these two boxes out of the way now because we've pretty much seen these. Let's just focus on this box here. So there's one thing I do want to point out for you guys is that if you look here, this is a P Bandai exclusive, sadly, yes. The other two weren't, so even without this guy, the other two really make a good, kind of a good scene where they just fight each other. But with this guy, definitely it just changes the whole thing. So again, we see Mechagodzilla in the back here. He's just ready to go, ready to destroy. He's the biggest box out of the other two. Godzilla only goes up to maybe about here, but they're all the same height because they have to match the artwork, right? So Godzilla's maybe about here, and definitely not as thick as this one either. So on the front here, we got Mechagodzilla. On the side, we see we got Mechagodzilla as well. Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. On the other side, again, Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. On the top, we got Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. It actually does not have a window to show the figure that's inside, and that's actually fairly common for a lot of P Bandai figures as well. So on the bottom here, not much, just Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. And if we spin it around to the back, we actually do see that this one does not have a window, and we just have Mechagodzilla here, and here are all these crazy shots, crazy detailing for this guy, and of course the scene where he fights Godzilla and Kong. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. So without further ado, let's crack this guy open and see what he has to offer. So here we have Mechagodzilla out of the box, and after messing with him just for a few minutes, I have to say, oh my goodness, this guy is incredible. Right off the bat, I want you to know that this guy has diecast. So the feet are metal. There are parts in his leg. The knees are metal as well. Kind of feeling up here. What else is metal here? This chest piece here is metal as well. And I believe that is it. But still, there's diecast in this guy, which is something that I never really expected out of a figure. So it's like, wow. Overall, the color scheme, though, I'm not like... It's not bad because he is supposed to be a machine, right? But it is kind of boring where his entire body is just this kind of metallic silverish gray color, except for his eyes, which we do see are red. Inside of his mouth, nothing there, but we do see kind of mechanical teeth and tongue detailing. We do have red kind of all on the tips of these spines here. And you do want to be careful when you're handling this guy because these aren't soft. They're fairly kind of stiff, and if you put too much pressure, you could snap these spines, so you definitely want to be careful with that. But it's very nicely detailed spines down here. The tail is articulated, every single joint is articulated, just like Godzilla was, so that's very, very nice. You can get all these kind of cool poses here. So there is that. Other than that, we just got these nice, just overall, lots of mechanical detailing, and I really, really like that. And these claws here, these claws are soft, which I'm not really sure why, but again, I'm not going to complain too much there. So yeah, that is that. In terms of articulation, the jaw can open and close, and we saw that. It can close all the way, and it can open all the way like that as well. Head is on a ball joint, and we got ball joints in the neck as well, pretty much going down his tail, just like with Godzilla. Shoulders, we do have a butterfly joint, which is really cool. This shoulder pad moves as well. It's on a hinge. The arms can kind of rotate pretty much all the way around. Very nice. It can kind of lift to about horizontal here and go down. He does have a elbow swivel here, which also bends to about there, not that much. I don't want to force it because it does get very tight. to, okay, so maybe to around 90, and also straightens out all the way there. And he has to have a ball joint at the wrist. These fingers are fixed. They're not really articulated, but they are made of rubber, so you can kind of pinch them down a little bit. So there is that. Getting these arms out of the way here. He doesn't really have any kind of torso articulation, so that's all locked into place. Legs can kind of move forward to, and we can see to about there, not that much, and can move back to about there. So not that much leg articulation forward and back. This is on a separate piece as well, so they kind of move a little bit. You can twist, and you can actually see these pistons moving, which is really, really cool. I love that detail. So they can twist quite a bit there. The knees can straighten all the way, but they can bend fairly well as well there. And of course, we do have ankle mobility here as well, and the feet are very sturdy because they are die-cast metal. So yeah, that is that. Pretty good articulation for a figure of this size, but again, I'm just really surprised that they put all that die-cast in this figure. So definitely, just a die-cast is already enough to make me happy. And of course, he is the most expensive out of all these guys. He's about $100 more expensive than Godzilla. So the accessories that he comes with are just these hands, nothing more. So instead of the gripping hands, these are kind of more of the relaxed ones. And of course, just a ball joint. You would pop those hands off and you pop these on. No need to show that. So yeah, let's get some comparisons going here. So here, of course, we have Mechagodzilla next to Godzilla, and we can see here there's quite a bit of a size difference. This guy just towers over him. But of course, he is meant to destroy him. It's fairly similar build-ish. He's actually definitely more humanoid than Godzilla is. You can see we got bigger shoulders and bigger legs, whereas Godzilla has small shoulders but bigger thighs there. And of course, we see the tail, very similar. So that is that. And of course, here we have him with Kong, which just is absolutely dwarfed by him. Yeah, these are the three titans of Godzilla versus Kong. Let's have him look forward there, open his mouth, roar. So here are the three titans of Godzilla versus Kong. Very, very nice figures. Like I said, Monsterarts figures are very unique because they have to find a perfect blend of size, mass, detail, as well as articulation, because if you put too much articulation into these guys, sometimes they can suffer stability issues because there's just so much mass. And for what we're getting here, I definitely do believe that Bandai did an amazing job with these guys. My favorite obviously would have to be Mechagodzilla, but he's P Bandai and you're paying more for him, so you would expect more for him. But between these two, I do like Kong more for his mobility and stuff and his accessories. But Godzilla is Godzilla. You gotta like Godzilla. Nobody hates Godzilla. So yeah, so that is that. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. And until next time, guys, take care. Bye.